Hey my berries, it's me, Darkberry32, and I'm coming to you with another recipe. And I think this recipe would be good for you for Super Bowl Sunday. This recipe just came to me one day. I was thinking about crawfish. I don't know if some of you guys are familiar with crawfish, but here in Houston, Louisiana, southern areas, or in Mississippi, places like that around this time of year, crawfish season is in full effect. And usually they're still in the shell like this. But I decided, wouldn't it be great to have a crawfish potato salad? And I know a lot of you are probably like, that doesn't sound good. But I want to try to do my own little version of, instead of, having to shuck the crawfish and eat that little bit of meat, to just have it already in a dish that I think would probably go really good for Super Bowl Sunday. So let me show you the ingredients that I have. I have a package of crawfish tails. This is about, let's see, 16 ounces of crawfish. It's a pound. And it says about 150 to 200 crawfish tails are in there. And then when you eat crawfish, you have corn in there. So I'm going to have a can of whole kernel sweet corn. Then we have some andouille sausage, because they always have like chunks of sausage with the crawfish. It's like you have crawfish, they boil potatoes, they boil sausage, and they boil corn on the cob. So I got the sausage, and probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the actual meat out of the casing so that you wouldn't have to struggle with eating that in a cold potato salad. Then, of course, you can't have crawfish without Old Bay seasoning. So I got some of that. And then, of course, the mayo to, make the potato salad a little bit creamier. Now, here on the stove, I have some red potatoes that are boiling here. You really can't see them, but let me show you. It's about 2 pounds of red potatoes. And the reason why the water is so dark is I added some Old Bay seasoning in the water so that the season can get even into the potatoes. So we're going to let these potatoes boil. They shouldn't take long. They're very tiny, and I cut them in half. Let me show you again. This is about the average size, and this is cut in half. So, and it's already kind of getting tender, and I haven't had them in the water that long. So I would say, boil them until they're fork tender, because I don't really want to mash them like a mashed potato. I kind of want to have some of the peel left, and where you can see and feel the texture of the actual potato. And once those are done, then we'll go ahead and get everything thrown in a bowl, and we'll have us a crawfish potato salad. Stay tuned. All right, my berries, this is what I'm doing now. The potatoes, as you see, are really boiling really well. I put a little bit of butter in my skillet, or margarine, and I took the casings off of the sausage. And so that way, like I said, when you bite into the potato salad, you won't have to worry about that tough skin on the outside of the andouille sausage. So they're brown. It's browning real well. It smells really good in here. All that garlic, you can smell it. That's in the sausage. Let me give you guys a closer look. So I'm just kind of sauteing that in the butter, and in a few seconds, and it's not going to take long. So, but I'm gonna. So let me back up. With all the ingredients that I posted at the beginning, you're also going to need maybe like a tablespoon of butter to saute the sausage and the crawfish in. We're going to saute the crawfish at the end. We're not in any hurry to put that in, this mixture, but we're going to also saute this in here as well. And then I added like, maybe like a, let me see, maybe like a fourth of a cup of sugar into my corn. It wasn't sweet enough like I wanted it to be, because I want the hotness, the spiciness of the sausage and the crawfish to balance off with the sweetness of the corn. Okay, so you're going to need to have a few extra ingredients than what I told you at the beginning. So we're sauteing this up, letting the potatoes get tender, and we'll be right back. Alright, we added the crawfish in with the sausage and turn the heat back up, and it should start kind of simmering here in a bit. I add all of the juices from the bag with the crawfish tails and everything in there. And I also added some extra Old Bay seasoning, because here in Texas and Houston, we like our crawfish spicy and hot. As a matter of fact, when there's crawfish festivals and things of that sort, we always ask for extra seasoning on the side so we can dip it and our nose is running and everything. So if you don't like it real spicy, I suggest, you can use the Old Bay, or you can, use your own favorite seasonings. Like Tony Chachere's is a good one. It's not as hot as the Old Bay, but that's why I wanted to add some extra sugar to that corn to balance out the hotness and everything. So the potatoes are done. We're going to drain them, and then we're going to put them in the bowl, and then we're going to try to start getting things all mixed together, okay? So stay tuned. Okay, so I added about 3 tablespoons of the mayo, and I'm just going to kind of mash these things together, not trying to, pulverize them, but just a little bit. But we want to still have a little texture to our potatoes. And I'm going to get all this mixed up and start adding the other ingredients, and I'll be right back. Got it? All right, guys. So I've mixed the potatoes and the mayo together. I put a little bit more of Old Bay seasoning. Now it's time to add our andouille sausage and crawfish mixture here. Still warm. And I would bet that you could either eat this cold or hot, just like a German potato salad. Usually German potato salads are served hot because they'll have like crispy, crunchy bacon in it and all that. Ooh, we don't want that crawfish to get away.
The dogs.
Uh-oh, they got one. They're waiting for it too. I know there's a lot of flavor in the juices here, but I don't want to overpower the potato salad and make it too soupy, so I'm going to kind of wait until the end. And then I will maybe add a little bit of this juice here for flavor. That looks good, don't it? It's going to be good and meaty. And then now that I'm looking at it, I could have added another can of corn. But this is a trial run here, and we're going to see how it tastes. Alright. Last pieces there. Okay, we'll move this over to the side. We might come back to that juice. And now we're going to add the sweet corn. Remember, I added sugar to the corn too to make it sweet. And now, look at that. Oh my, a crawfish boil in a bowl. That's what we're going to call this. Crawfish boil in a bowl.
Wait, coil.
Coil. There we go, guys. Doesn't that look tasty? Let's add just a little bit of that juice to it. Just a little bit. We don't want to soup it down because it's a lot of flavor in there. We don't want that to go to waste. Now again, I would let this, you can eat this hot or you can eat this cold. I would let it cool down first before I popped it into the refrigerator, but it looks freaking awesome to me. Look at the red potatoes here, and we got crawfish and corn and sausage all floating around in those potatoes. That looks extra good. You know what? Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And if it's not sweet enough to your liking, you can always add sugar to this and let it marinate in there. And then if it's not spicy enough, you can add a little bit more Old Bay on top. So we're going to serve this up, and I'm going to even see how I like it. Stay tuned.
Pause it.
Okay. I have been cooking up a storm tonight. Now I'm going to try this crawfish potato salad. I want to get a little bit of everything. She already done dipped into the bowl. I got a little sausage, corn, potatoes, and crawfish. Let's see how it goes. Ooh, look at that. Ready? I'm going to get a big mouthful.
That would be cool if you got some cheese.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Don't say no more. Just don't say no more.
Let me see. Hold on.
She gotta get another one.
Yeah, I gotta tell y'all something. Hold on.
Give the camera people something.
No. I'm not gonna share this. Y'all, this is delicious. I mean, it balances out great. All of the flavors, the seasoning, everything. It's creamy. I like it hot. I don't know how I'm gonna like it cold.
That's why I like my potato salad hot.
This is good. Oh,
Can you go somewhere? She's really gonna have nerves.
the sweetness of this corn.
I didn't even get no corn.
Mm-hmm. You want to try it?
Mm-hmm.
Here. Get a little bit of everything.
Look at myself. Look at this deliciousness over here.
Yeah, this is definitely a Super Bowl winner right here.
Don't say no more.
This is a touchdown.
I don't even like crawfish.
Mm-mm.
Like, when I first tried, I'm like, oh my god, I mean crawfish.
Yeah, she didn't even want to try it. She was like, I don't know. Oh my god, y'all, this is
Sweet
delicious.
Jesus heaven. This dog don't
Look, I'm trying to finish the whole thing.
Look at that. In like, what, 10 seconds?
I don't know what to say. I highly recommend this recipe. You guys have got to try it. If you don't like
I'll
crawfish,
take that.
maybe you want to add some shrimp to it.